Hi everybody, namaste. I hope the light doesn't come in and out too much. I just wanted to come on and do a little Dr. Bali session and talk about a few things. So right now there's this incredible spike of Schumann resonance happening. Yesterday in particular was a big day for it. And this is actually like incoming energy onto the planet, and the Schumann resonance is a resonance that's measured, that is the magnetosphere of the earth and what it's radiating, and it's just been having huge spikes lately, so we get this big boost of energy when this happens, and you can get a lot of inspirations and a lot of feelings of creativity if you're really keeping yourself in a high vibration. These incoming energies that touch the earth and bring up this incredible resonance affects us, and the resonance of our internal bodies. And there's also some really beautiful things happening in the skies, in the planets right now, that I just wanted to talk about. So once you're in alignment and in high vibration, these energies are really so wonderful to tap into. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of awareness. If you're not interested, you don't have to watch. But there's a new moon happening in Taurus starting today and tomorrow. And this is where the moon starts its new phase. So we come into this energy of newness. And if you noticed, that last full moon, the Scorpio full moon, was quite intense. And it came to sort of crash in on us some old belief systems we may have still been holding on to. Because if you're aware at all, planetary-wise, we have moved in many planets into Aquarius, and we're actually now really starting the Age of Aquarius, which is a really more open-minded way of being. And that might be difficult for a lot of people that are still stuck in the old ways, and the old ways of wanting to stick to the patriarchy and oppression and dominance and many things that, I cannot tolerate. So we're beginning to now have this actual universal encouragement with these planets to come and break apart our old ways of thinking and our old ways of being, because it's really time to stop that. And after COVID, I think we are all in a more collective mentality. We all know a little bit more how we all feel, and if you got sick at all, or if you know anybody that got sick, or if you were affected by the pandemic, then you know, and you fall into this state that now we are all sort of collectively living in, of turning our focus towards our own personal care. And this being extremely important to boost our immune system and to cut out the media and to cut out all of the influx of information of fear-based thinking, because this adds to a lot of stress and will put us immediately into this survival mode, which gets your system flooded with cortisol and really overthinking, over-processing, nerves functioning at high speed. If you add alcohol to this equation, you're going to explode, and you're mostly going to explode with negativity, because it's a lot of darkness trying to be released from your body. And lately it's sort of influxing, it's happening fast. These energies are coming in, and if you're stuck in those old paradigms, you're going to have some sort of internal explosion. And what I'm trying to help people understand is to calm those waters, the emotional waters. The moon has a big effect on the water, on the planet. Also, with this Schumann resonance and the planet having its own vibrational frequency being raised right now, our bodies are reacting to many things. So there's a high frequency of energy. There's the moon affecting our internal fluids. Our emotions are fluids, so we feel them, we react to them, and we can easily get swamped and buried in them. Right? That's swimming in the oceans of darkness. And this actually cellularly does really occur after trauma or a prolonged a prolonged illness, a prolonged time spent in negativity or fear-based thinking, definitely trauma or definitely stress-induced survival living, brings your cellular structure to decompose. And ultimately, you're leading yourself towards death. And these mentalities really are going towards the dark, lower vibrations of illness. This is dis-ease in your body. And you can feed that with dark worrying, negativity, and overthinking and spiraling and all these emotions. So I'd really like to try to help with this, a nice soothing Dr. Bali session, really becoming aware of the fact that we are all feeling these things for a reason, can kind of help us step out, have a little bit better perspective. Definitely the Dr. Bali will bring us into a consciousness that's more unity-based. We're balancing our brain hemispheres and we're coming into balance internally so that we become aware. What we do in that moment is we calm the survival-based instincts in our root chakra and we allow the energies to slowly rise up. We adapt and integrate into the energies that are happening around us and our internal emotions through our heart space, where we can just calm down, breathe in and out, experience more that we are all in this together. We're all feeling the same things. None of this is personal. Our trauma is personal, but we can have a different perspective of just not, why is this happening to me? Why am I a victim always in my life? But what is there to teach me? What can I grow from this? And how can I expand my heart to have more compassion towards myself and towards the people involved in my life? And that's where you find truth inside your heart and integrity. What are your morals? What are your values? Really, who are you? What do you believe? Shut out the noises of everything else externally. Stop focusing outwards and needy and clinging and having other people need to fix you. Really, inside, look inside. What do you need in your heart to feel better? And then you start to honor that and you start to build in your life the things that you need to feel better. If we're living in the truth of that, I just keep saying it, you just can't go wrong, okay? So we enter our heart space. Once this consciousness opens, we enter unity. We can rise up into our crown chakra and just let it open nicely and have our energies rise all the way up through us to source. And that way we bring in these energies. We bring in these energies, this light, these amazing high light vibrations that are here. Source energy is here to help us, to fill us up, to bring the light down in us, through us, grounding us down into the earth right now. The new moon actually is in Taurus, so it's a very grounding energy. It's really concerned with feeling the earth, feeling what the earth has to teach us, having connection from our heart space, through our crown, from source, all the way down our roots, calming our survival instincts, not needing to fight or flight, to just be, to just ground. Bring that beautiful energy down into the earth. This is what light workers are here to do. This is the work where we release the negativity and we bring in the light. And that way we can share our light with others and not our dark negativity. We're here to bring in the light. We're here to encourage the light. So let's work towards calming down the root chakra. We're going to get out of survival mode and we're going to ground into the earth. Slow and steady wins the race. Calmly. All right? This is growing up. This is being in charge of yourself, in charge of your emotions, having balance in your life. And once you can expand your thoughts and really become aware of this beautiful age of Aquarius, how the universe is here to help us, the earth is here to ground us, we have these wonderful energies at our disposal. So all we have to do is tap into them. All we have to do is rid out the negativity and bring in the light. All right, so light and love. We're going to do a nice little grounding new moon in Taurus, Dr. Bali session. And here I've got new moon in Taurus, relaxing music. And this is the time where we set new intentions. We rid ourselves of those old patriarchal thinking. What is chaining you? What are the chains that bind you? Release them. Bring in new consciousness. Bring in new ways of thinking. Bring in the light. And I guarantee you, your life will be a lot happier and stress-free. So now we'll just do a little Dr. Bali. I'm going to just get a little closer. See if I can get it to focus down onto the mat. Sorry about this. And at least you could watch the Dr. Bali. I'll bring that a little bit closer. I should have done the camera before. As you can tell,